It sounds absolutely horrendous. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It is currently Thursday. The last video ended on Tuesday and the parts are already in. So we got ourselves 2 new carriers and a new kingpin set. So I went ahead and got us caught up to where we were last time. I pressed the brass kingpin bushings in, filed them down and reamed them out. I did find that I think our problem the whole time was I bought a cheap kingpin set and this washer is just a bit thicker than the one that comes with the Febi kit. So I tried it on the old carrier and it slipped right in. So let's just get started installing the spindles and hopefully we'll get to the brakes. So we're gonna start on the passenger side. So basically you wanna put the thrust washer, it's got an alignment pin. You just wanna line that up, as you can see there. You know, line that up. And then you have this nylon washer, and I don't know if you could see the difference between the two, but this one was what was holding us up last time. So you're gonna put the nylon washer on top of the thrust washer, and then you got a dust cap. The notches are gonna be up, and it should just slide right in. I'm gonna put a little grease on the dust cap and just on the upper and lower bushing, and then this should slip right in, which it does. After that, you're gonna take your kingpin, also grease it up a little bit. And you're gonna install it with these oil ports facing towards the spindle. Like so. So I'm gonna bring it over to the vise since we have it and just press it in. But you could also use a socket and kind of beat it into place. Alright, so both spindles are installed in the carriers with the kingpins. Next we got to do link pin bushings. So this is what a link pin bushing looks like. Also has an oil or a grease port, and you want to install those facing the kingpins, like so. So we'll get that in and bring it back. Link pin bushings are installed. I went ahead and installed the link pins and shimmed them up. You have to put a certain amount of shims on the link pins front and back, depending on the difference in your trailing arms. So basically you put a square on the lower trailing arm here, and then you measure the gap between the square and the upper trailing arm. And I'll put a chart up right here so you guys could figure out what you would need for your particular car. So we're gonna get the spindles put back on this beam. First I got to clean up this old hardware. I try to use the original stuff where I can. So we'll get this wire wheeled up and get them installed. So once you get the 2 link pins through the control arms, it's okay if there's still a little gap. You want to line the grooves of the link pin up so that the hole is straight through, and then drop your bolts in. So we'll do that, and then I'll show you how you just tighten the knuckle to the control arm. So once you get the bolts through, you want to just line the groove of this washer up with the space on the trailing arm right here. And then you're going to take a 14 millimeter and you're going to turn the link pin, and you'll see it pull through, pull it in. And you want to do that till there's no play. So I'm going to get all 4 of those done, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, everything's installed. Next up is the brakes, but getting late. I got work in the morning, so we'll pick it up tomorrow. Alright guys, it's the next day. I've decided we're gonna do a different video for the brakes, but what I am gonna focus on is tie rods, tie rod ends, and the steering box. So I'm gonna pull this guy off. We'll take it apart on the bench and see if it could be saved. Alright, so we got the steering box off. Feels pretty good, it works. I mean, it's not the greatest thing, but we'll open it up, see what we're working with. Also gonna break this all down for cleanup. So let's get started. So we got it stripped down and opened up. It's fairly clean in there, but fairly dry as well. So I've had good luck with just packing these with grease. I don't know necessarily if that's the right way to do it, but it's worked every time I've done it. So that's what we're gonna do here. And if we have to buy another steering box, we will. But I'm gonna get that packed up, get it back together, and start cleaning the outside, get some paint on it. Go, packed with grease, so we'll see how that works for us. Feels decent, but we got to get it back together and tension on it, so we'll do that now. All right, it's back together. It feels okay, but if you listen, it sounds absolutely horrendous. So we're gonna roll with it for now. I'm gonna go eat some dinner, get changed, and I'll come back and wire wheel the outside of this, get some paint on it, and hopefully we'll mock it up on the beam. All the pieces are cleaned up. I put a coat of paint on them. I'm gonna let that dry overnight. Tomorrow after work, we'll get it assembled and installed on the beam. We'll see you then. It's all back assembled. Still got to get some paint on these little brackets and stuff that I forgot, but it looks good, it works good. Now we just got to mount it onto the beam. And I was noticing, which I definitely would have forgot, but Sam from Valley Auto Works, if you notice, he offset this grease fitting for the steering box. and that's something I would have just made them all symmetrical, went to go put the steering box on, and been screwed. So I appreciate him. But we're gonna get that mounted up and go from there. Guys, so the steering box is in. I have the tie rods just mocked up. Obviously, we want to wait to adjust everything until it's on the pen and there's some weight on it. Also, with the Renault, you know, this angle, I'm not sure what that angle is going to be, so we'll wait till we get to that point. But that's going to be it for this video. We're coming so close to 1,000 subscribers. I think at the time of recording this, we have like 15 left, which is just insane to me. Really appreciate all you guys watching. We're probably gonna wrap this up. You're not gonna see any more videos on this beam for a little while. I just wanted to get it together to kind of just save space. I'm gonna wrap it up and just put it in a closet somewhere. But next video, I think we're gonna start building body dolly for the 64 and really dive into heater channels and just the rust repair we need to do on that. But like I said, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.